Musicians Institute Guitarcraft Program, sponsor of Fox 17 Rock and Review.
Welcome to the Fox 17 Rock and Review. My special guest today, I'm sure you've heard him from all of the great hits he's played on, whether it be harmonica or so many other instruments. He's Country Music Hall of Fame, A-team musician, the one and only Charlie McCoy. Charlie, thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
You know, it's so much fun coming into the Hall of Fame, and you actually have a plaque on the wall. And you know, and all of these great musicians that you've played with, and your own solo albums over the years.
It's something years ago, it's something I never thought was a possibility, that a studio musician could be in the Hall of Fame. And it's still, the great thing here is that they give you the identical plaque to take home as well.
Wow.
So I have one at home, and then I can't tell you how often I look at it and say, this really happened. I can't believe it,
Well, another great thing that I think they're doing here at the Hall of Fame, Charlie, and I'm glad you're a part of it, is that with the Musician Spotlight, is that this Sunday you will be here at 1 o'clock, and you're going to be playing harmonica, talking about some of your hits, and talking about the instruments.
Yes, I'll be here with a great guitar player. Bill Hullett is going to play with me, and this is actually the third time I've done the Musician Spotlight. The first time was down in the Ford Theater, and then the last time was here, and so this will be the third time.
Right here in the Rotunda.
Right.
And so you're going to be, now I also understand you're going to be talking about a new book that is officially coming out June, and and I started reading this, Charlie, and what a great book. I mean, so many incredible stories.
Well, this is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
50 cents and a box top.
That was what my first harmonica cost.
Was it?
In 1949.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was with a single mom, and 50 cents was some money in 1949.
Yeah.
But she found it somehow. I saw this ad in a comic book. Send in 50 cents in a box top for a real harmonica. And when it came, I'm huffing and puffing like an 8-year-old kid would do. And after about a day, she said, could you take it outside?
Oh, my goodness. Well, now also, Charlie, I want to make sure that viewers know you also play a number of other instruments as well. I mean, you play guitar and vibraphone.
I started guitar that same year, actually.
Wow.
When I was, for Christmas, I got a guitar, eight years old. And the others I've picked up along the way. I have quite an extensive background of music education, which made it easier to get an understanding of what these instruments are all about.
Well, and you have an honorary doctorate now, too, I understand.
Yeah. The University of West Virginia presented me with that. It's actually a year ago this month, and it was talking about a mind-blowing experience. I mean, you could have knocked me over with a feather.
You need a separate room just for all your awards now, much less your instruments.
Well, most of them are here right now.
We went and took a look around and saw your whole cabinet and everything.
Yeah.
You got a lot of great stuff, and plus all the albums you played on. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's been it's been really something, and quite a blessing, to be able to do that, to work with some of the greatest artists in the world. But the main thing is working with the musicians in this town.
Right.
It's unbelievable. It's like there's no place like it in the world.
Well, now I also wanted to bring up, Mel Tellis was the one who actually brought you to Nashville originally, right?
Yeah, I was playing at a country music dance in Florida.
Yeah.
And my job was to do rock and roll 10 minutes each hour for the young people. I was only 17 years old.
Right.
And he came in one night after they had a concert there, and a lot of the country stars would come over to this dance if they were in town after their concert. So he came over, and I was up there playing Chuck Berry.
Nothing wrong with playing Chuck.
And he came up to me and said, boy, if you go to Nashville, I'll get you on records tomorrow. Well, that was like showing a steak to a wolf. So the day after I graduated, I come to Nashville.
Wow.
Auditioned for Chet Atkins and Owen Bradley. The best thing that ever happened to me, they both turned me down.
Wow.
Owen Bradley let me watch a session. I saw Brenda Lee record her first hit record.
Oh, my goodness.
When I watched that session, I said, to heck with singing, I want to do this.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty amazing, though, too, that then in 1961, Chet Atkins hired you.
That's right. He hired me. I remember that call. Jim Denny, who was Mel's manager, and he was helping me, and he said, I just got a call from Chet. You know, you didn't say Chet Atkins. Everyone knew Chet,
Oh, yeah,
right?
it's Chet.
Yeah, I just got a call from Chet. He's recording an unknown singer from Sweden called Anne Margaret.
Oh, my gosh.
And he wants you to play exactly what you played on the demo session.
Wow.
So I already knew what to play.
Well, sure.
Thank goodness, because, you know, you think I was a little nervous? In my book, I describe it as I thought I died and went to heaven. There was God, Chet Atkins.
Right.
There was his disciples, the Nashville A-Team. There was his heavenly choir, the Anita Kerr singers. And there was an angel, 18-year-old Anne Margaret.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, now, I also want to bring up, Charlie, while I've got you. I know you've got a couple albums coming out. Now, besides the book coming out in June, you've got a new album probably going to come out this summer?
Yeah, we'll probably go with it toward the end of July. We want to not interfere with the book for a while.
And this will be your 40th album.
My 40th album, right. It's called Ear Candy.
There you go. What a great title.
Yeah.
I heard you have a few popular musicians on it, too.
There's some special guests. Mickey Raphael, the harmonica player for Willie Nelson, who's a great friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some other really talented guests that I don't think the general public knows any of these people, but
Well, want to pick
once
up
they hear them, they're going to appreciate them a
And
whole
then you're going to
lot.
have a Christmas album coming out in October.
Christmas album in October. This is my third Christmas album.
Wow.
Yeah.
You stay busy.
Well, I'm trying to stay off the street.
Well, you know, you're on the wall here, which is not a bad deal at the Rotunda here at the Country Music Hall of Fame.
I can't think of a wall I'd rather be on.
Well, I'll tell you what, what's your website also, Charlie?
CharlieMcCoy.com.
Great. Well, I hope everybody comes out to see you this weekend, this Sunday, at the Musician Spotlight, and you're still playing shows and going over to the Opry, right?
Yep. I just did the Opry last week, the classics,
Yeah.
Thursday night classics, and I have a tour in Sweden this summer. And
It's a good thing that they understand the Danish, right?
Right. And I'm still doing what I do, and I still love music. I'm excited about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're such an icon in the industry, and it's great to have you, and I know how happy the Country Music Hall of Fame is to have you as part of the Musician Spotlight.
Well, this association has been so amazing. They'll do anything for you, and I mean it's been incredible. I can't say enough how much I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. Once again, Charlie McCoy, and pick up a copy of the new book. You'll be able to find it on his website, or I'm sure on Amazon and everywhere else. And if you're out and about this Sunday, come down to the Country Music Hall of Fame and learn one or two things about harmonica, right?
Well, I'm going to try to show him something. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching the Fox 17 Rockin' Review.
Musicians Institute Guitarcraft Program, sponsor of Fox 17 Rock and Review.